Welcome to Coffee and RPGs. My name is Solomon S. Kane. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. I got a quick and small announcement towards the end of the video, so if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to do so. But we got a lot of news to cover, so if you guys got your beverage of choice, let's cover the news together. Cheers to you guys. Really quick, we head on over to GameSpot.com because they actually have a pretty cool list of all the Star Wars games that are on sale for different platforms. Because today is May the 4th, so unfortunately, a lot of these sales also end today as well on the 4th. So by the time this video comes out, it may actually be a little too late for a lot of you folks out there, so I do apologize, but some of these sales actually do extend into multiple days, and depending on the Star Wars games as well. So if you go and check out Amazon and Best Buy, they actually have different sales going on. For example, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is $35 for both all the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions. If you actually head on over to Steam, they actually have a Star Wars Complete Collection Edition, includes 26 games. Which normally goes for just under $300 for $76.86. Again, you could head out to a GOG or the Humble Bundle, Xbox Store, the PlayStation Store. So yeah, it's a pretty cool list if you are interested in getting a Star Wars game without paying full retail. Next, we head on over to massivelyop.com. MMORPGs around the globe celebrate Star Wars Day. And again, these are awesome little tributes to the Star Wars franchise from various companies out there. You have Star Citizen, Star Wars The Old Republic, obviously, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. World of Warships. So yeah, they actually compiled a pretty neat list of all the MMO or online games or companies out there, and even Epic Games from Fortnite. And sticking with massivelyop.com, Star Wars Battlefront 2004 officially brings multiplayer or online multiplayer back after 6 years. I don't know why they did this. I think it's really cool news, but yeah, they decided to bring back the multiplayer mode. So back in 2004, when this came out, it was a pretty big deal because we really haven't had any games like this, with the exception of perhaps Battlefield. That's all I could really remember. So it wasn't, like having, again, where it says here, provided a large-scale online battles up to 64 players in a single match. But that was a pretty big number back then. Next, we head on over to Gematsu.com. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order update, now available, adds meditation training, new journey plus, and more. And this update is actually free. You don't have to pay for anything additional once you own the game. So I don't know if this is something that EA is trying to do to get on people's good sides after... well, let's not go there. But anyways, publisher Electronic Arts and developer Respawn Entertainment have released a free content update for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which adds meditation training, new journey plus mode, and accessibility improvements, and more. So they do have a pretty cool list of all the things that they added, but we'll go ahead and cover the main ones. So like I said before, meditation training is one of the things included in the updates. In it, you'll be able to face off against all enemies, including bosses, in 2 different modes: combat challenges and battle grid. Combat challenges will pit Cal against waves of enemies. What makes these challenges especially unique is that they've all been designed for veteran players. There are 12 challenges in total, and each challenge has 3 stars for you to unlock, with the 3rd star being complete the challenge without taking any damage, which seems really difficult. But you also have some different skins for BD as well. And again, as previously stated, the other mode is Battle Grid. This mode is a sandbox for players to create their own encounters. In it, players will be able to select a location, the size of the encounter, what they want to face, tinker with various difficulty modifiers, and set the overall combat difficulty to one of 4 difficulty levels. And the last one I wanted to talk about is New Journey Plus. It says, this is a new feature that gives those of you who have beaten the game a menu option to start from the beginning. You'll also get to keep all of the collectibles from the previous playthrough, but the abilities will have to be relearned. This includes lightsaber parts, kyber crystal colors, and other aesthetic items, and yes, that means you get to keep every poncho as well. Next, we head on over to MMORPG.com. Defend Dantooine from Pirates in May's in-game Star Wars The Old Republic events. If you recall, Dantooine was actually one of the planets added in an update last year, back in 2019. So this is definitely one of the newer events, newer compared to, say, like the Gree event and the bounty contract weeks and stuff like that. But just a reminder, the double XP is also in full swing. It began on April 21st and is set to run through June 16th. Next up is the Pirate Incursion, which runs from May 5th through May 12th. Dantooine is being attacked by pirates and it's up to you to stop them. Various rewards will be given out, including Nova Blade and Dantooine Homesteader armor sets. An Ugnaught Companion, I don't think I actually have that, which is pretty interesting. A Walker mount and Dantooine inspired stronghold decorations, just to name a few. Also, Relics of the Gree event takes place from May 19th through May 26th as well, which will be later this month. I think we've covered all the Star Wars news, or at least when it comes to or pertains to MMOs and RPGs at least. Next, we head on over to Destructoid.com. Final Fantasy VII Remake second part is, quote, in the current stages of planning, end quote. And I must admit, I was caught off guard just a little bit, just because, I mean, if they're planning on releasing the remake in 3 different parts, and it's taking them that long to make the first part, and they haven't even started making the second part, it's like, man, it might take like a decade or so to have all 3 parts available. And again, I chuckle just a little bit because one of the annoyances that I have when it comes to sequels is playing a game, understanding the story, and then have it be like at least 2 to 3, if not more, years, and then forgetting everything. And then having to go back and play the game again just so you remember everything in preparations of the second or the sequel that's coming out. And then if you extend that to a franchise that has multiple sequels, 4, 5, 6, and beyond, it gets tiring after a while, I must admit. But in any event, that's all this news articles was saying, was that according to co-director Naoki Hamaguchi, they are, in quote, in the current stages of planning for the second part, and that nothing is solid yet. So back on over to massivelyop.com. EVE Online devs tease upcoming anniversary, shares a message from Iceland's president, which is pretty interesting, I will admit. So EVE Online is about to celebrate its 17th birthday. May 7th through the 20th will be the Capsuleer Day Clash, where players can join in to fight back against the Triglavian assault against joint production and research facilities of Concord, the Empires, and Upwell. There will be battlecruiser only event sites all around New Eden as well. Other things that are going on are the Skillers in the Abyss event, as well as a series of permaban themed skins as well. There's also news regarding EVE's official Portal companion app that will let Omega level players trade Plex anytime, anywhere, creating sell and buy orders for ISK. And the video closes out with a message from the president of Iceland, offering up some goodwill in the face of the ongoing problematic worldwide occurrence that we're having. I just don't want to say that word because I feel like the YouTube algorithms will flag my video or something. But as well as an offering support for using gaming as an escape. Back over to massivelyop.com. Book of Travels will enter beta testing on May 5th. And if you recall, Book of Travels is an indie game, but the twist to this one is that everything is hand-painted or hand-drawn, and it looks really amazing. And again, the beta will be on May 5th. Backers should be receiving an email with a Steam key and details on how to hop in on that date. Back over to MMORPG.com, Star Citizen shares upcoming content and updates for May. So the current build right now for the alpha is 3.9. And features include a new landing zone at Microtech called New Babbage. It also includes new moons called Clio, Calliope, and Yurta, yeah, that word. Can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. Also, what's really cool, and you may have noticed this earlier, referral bonuses are also underway, whereby if you invite a friend into the game before May 11th, you and your friend will both receive a Grey Cat buggy. If you head on over to robertspaceindustries.com, you'll actually be able to find more information regarding the referral program. Here's what the buggy looks like right there. And yeah, you also get tons of new or information regarding how the referral works and whatnot. Next, we head on over to Gematsu.com. Lord of the Rings Golem for screenshots. And I find this interesting, again, especially if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, but I don't know if this is going to be an RPG. Probably not, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know that they released screenshots of the game. He has a face only a mother could love, that's for sure. But in any event, Lord of the Rings Golem is planned for release across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC in 2021. Back on over to massivelyop.com, Legends of Aria patches monthly goals, lets players go berserk in Chaos Zones. And the name of this patch is 9.5. In it, Chaos Zones are pretty much what they sound like, a zone of chaos where players will effectively be flagged as chaotic, or I'm guessing that means flagged as PvP, and can attack one another at will without any loss of skills upon death and no murder counts added to their character. This patch also introduces monthly season goals where every type of playstyle, be it PvE, PvP, or crafting, and promises unique or repeatable PvE, crafting, harvesting, or Chaos Zone content in return for points that can be redeemed to unlock 3 tiers of monthly rewards, the first of which appearing to be a unique mount as well. So you guys already know I'm a huge mecha fan, so I had to cover this, even if I have some of my reservations about it. But heading over to Gematsu.com, Muvlove, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what I'll call it. Muvlove Project Mikhail short gameplay trailer. So obviously I have the trailer playing on top as well, and yeah, I love the mechs that's in the game. It looks pretty solid. Project Mikhail, which isn't the real name, it's just the tentative name, is due out for PC via Steam, iOS, and Android in 2021. But I kind of dug around just a little bit more because I had a sneaky suspicion that this is just going to be another waifu collecting game dressed up with mecha, or dressed behind a mecha and robots. And of course, lo and behold, I look it up on Wikipedia. It says Muvlove, or in Japanese Mabulavu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a Japanese visual novel developed by Age and originally released as an adult game for Windows on February 28th, 2003. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good assumption that it's going to be another waifu collecting game. So they always are. Now heading on over to altchar.com, Ubisoft registers a Prince of Persia 6 domain. Ubisoft has registered a domain named princeofpersia6.com. The domain name servers have been set to Ubisoft's name servers, and the domain is registered today, 4th of May, 2020. This is pretty interesting just because, man, I can't remember the last time I played a Prince of Persia game. I remember it being really fun and pretty difficult in some aspects. Very similar to the early Assassin's Creed games, in my opinion. But what really makes me interested in this game is that this game was made during a time where PC culture wasn't really all that big of a deal. But now that, I mean, I don't know, 15, 20 years later, it's just, yeah, we just live in a completely different world, in my opinion. It'd just be really interesting to see what kind of game they would make with the Prince of Persia title. So, yeah. Heading back over to massivelyop.com, interview, Black Desert on crossplay, the engine, and the future of mobile. So Carlos was able to score an interview with Pearl Abyss's lead producer, Kim Chae-hee. And I've went ahead and highlighted the more interesting parts of the game. Carlos asked about the crossplay between the consoles and the PC, but he said, at the moment, we do not have any plans for cross-play between PC version of Black Desert Online. However, I can say one thing for sure, we do not set ourselves any limitations. And as far as I could tell, I believe in Final Fantasy XIV, the players for the PlayStation 4 and the PC are able to play together, but I don't think there is any versions available for the Xbox. Again, that's for Final Fantasy XIV that I'm aware of. Next, Carlos says, I understand you're working on putting Black Desert on your new engine. How is that going? When will players expect to get that update? And he says, we are developing a new engine right now, and our upcoming projects, Crimson Desert, Dokebi, and Plan 8 will run on it. We actually haven't yet discussed putting Black Desert Online on the new engine, but we are not ruling it out for the future. Currently, we're focusing on optimization as best we can. And sticking with massivelyop.com, gamepad support is present now in the World of Warcraft Shadowlands Alpha. That's it. That's all I really wanted to say. And that does it for today's episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. I do appreciate if you made it with me so far. The watch time does help with the algorithm. And the really quick announcement that I wanted to make is that I finally hit 100 subscribers I believe yesterday, or no, it was either today or yesterday. And yeah, it's a milestone, a small milestone, but a milestone nonetheless. And I do appreciate all your support that you guys given me so far. It really means a lot to me, just because this is something that I really do enjoy doing, and I hope to continue to do this for many years to come. So again, thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate the support. And here's to the next 100 followers or subscribers, hopefully. So in any event, I hope you guys stay safe out there. Have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again.